I need to beware the power of nostalgia. You see, nostalgia is such a hugely powerful emotion, feeling, sensation. I don't know, what is it? Let me know in the comments below. In fact, no, don't. That just sounds like me begging for engagement, doesn't it? I don't want to do that to you. But whatever it is really, really powerful. Again, yesterday I found myself feeling what I thought was sad, and it wasn't. And I'm glad I'm getting to this point in my life where I can open the windows. Where I can recognise it for what it is.
Waiting for connection.
Bluetooth connection. Right, yes, sound. I'm glad I'm getting to that point in my life where I can recognise where this is coming from. And it's not sadness, it's nostalgia. See, what happened was yesterday, I've been listening to loads of 80s music. And it's not necessarily the music that gives me nostalgia, normally. Because I've been listening to stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s onwards for a long time. Things like the Smiths, the Cocteau Twins, the Cure, Depeche Mode, I listen to constantly, so I don't get a feeling of nostalgia listening to them. But I did yesterday, listening to songs that I'd not heard in a long, long time. Things like Howard Jones, Pale in the Shell. I'd not heard it for decades, and suddenly listening to it, I was back in the 80s. I was back having a silly haircut and blonde streaks and stuff like that. But it was also my daughter FaceTime me, or rather video called me. She never does that. She'll ring, she'll text, but she never video calls. I thought, oh, yeah, what's happened here? Something's wrong. And it wasn't. So, oh, Dad, you'll never guess what I've found. I don't know. The lost gold of the Sierra Madre. Lord Lucan's Stetson. I haven't got a bleeding clue. What have you found? And it was all photos. Mainly photos of her as a baby. Which, of course, brings back loads of memories. There were some pictures of me as well. These are her mums. Normally, when you get divorced, they all go in the fire, don't they? Well, we haven't done that. I've kept all the wedding albums because I think in years to come, it might be something that my daughter might like. Despite the fact that we got divorced, it might be something that she'd look forward to having in later life. And her mum's obviously done the same with some of the photos that she's got. She sent me a couple of photos of the christening, me holding my daughter, seeing the much younger me. Much younger. I was still in my 30s at the time, but seeing me without grey hair, seeing me where my entire body works, seeing me with a future ahead of me rather than retirement and the wooden overcoat ahead of me. There was that, the music, and something else I was doing. I can't think what that was, but it all mixed together to create this sense of nostalgia. And it was really, really overwhelming. It's where the sort of sad feeling came in, and it wasn't feeling sad. It wasn't a feeling of a sense of loss or I've missed out on something, because 99 times out of 100, I don't look and think, I wish I could have changed that, I wish I could have changed that, because, you know, history's history, it's happened, what's the point in worrying about it? So I don't think it was that. But it was just something, I'm missing out on something. Is it because I'm missing out on playing football, on picking a guitar up and making music? Am I missing? And I knew I'm missing hugging my friends, those who are closest to me. I don't get to see them anymore. Just that thing of not seeing you in a while, give you a hug, fancy going for a drink. I'm missing that. Missing the physical physical contact with my friends, shaking hands, someone just punching you in the arm or something, giving you a tap on the back, that kind of thing. It's weird. It's a very weird thing. If you are still receiving that, you're close with your friends, be thankful. and actually cherish the fact that it's happening, because it's horrible when stuff like that's taken away from you. But, you know, there we are. So it wasn't really a sense of sadness. It was just that feeling of sepia-tinted nostalgia. And I know things are never going to be the same again. They don't have to be. Some things have improved, haven't they? Obviously. I'm not in a position where, as I say, I can pick up a guitar and write a song, but I can piss around with AI, I can make music, I can make videos for stuff. If that's what I need to get things out of my system, I can make videos. I'm looking at making one at the moment based on old blog entries, just to see how it comes across. Because reading them now, all these years later, I'm surprised I'm not living in a room with padded wallpaper, to be honest with you. But then I've never seen life the same way as everyone else. I like to look to, I don't know, create backstories for people, wonder what is happening on another plane, in a parallel universe, look at things from that point of view. So at least I've got some kind of a way of producing output, of getting things out of my system onto what used to be either onto the page or into the written rhyme. But there's definitely, I think there's part of the nostalgia is that. I miss being able to pick a guitar up. I miss making my own music. I'm getting pretty good at writing AI prompts, but it's not the same. And I can still write lyrics and put them in there, but I'd much rather write my own stuff. But for the time being, this has to be it. I think also what I'm missing is I haven't got the time. I'd like to have the time to be able to do stuff. Even on days where I'm working, I used to have the time. I don't now. I'll take my daughter to work in the morning and I've got 3 or 4 hours really where I could be doing stuff, but I can't because I'm so exhausted. And after work, probably better, it'll be all right once the spring and the summer comes in, where the days are longer, where you can finish at 7:30 and 7:30, that is awful English. Dat is slecht Engels zeg. Where I can finish at 7 or 7:30 and then go and do something. Go out and film, just sit in the car and have a seat. Oh my God, I'm absolutely ruined today, aren't I? Have a sunset stream by the beach. Don't know, is that what it is? Is that what's going to drag me away from that constant feeling of nostalgia? Is that what's going to do it? I was talking about my mate the other day. My mate Ed, when we were 15, 16-ish. I'd go and call round for him on the bikes and we'd go and ride all around South Liverpool. Past Strawberry Fields, past Mendips, where John Lennon used to live. Up and down Penny Lane. Walton, Gattaca. All around there. Do I miss that? I think I do, you know. I miss that feeling of... There wasn't really any pressure back then. You were just being kids. Even though you're not really 6'4" and 15 stone, you're not really a kid, are you? But you still didn't have the pressure of being a fully fledged adult and having to work and do all this kind of stuff. This would have been perfect back then. Oh man. If YouTube would have existed when I was young, well, I'd have had decades full of stuff on there that no one would watch, but you know, I would have got a lot of stuff out of my system at least. So do you know what? Sod it. Nostalgia is a really dangerous and powerful emotion, sensation, feeling, whatever it is. But I think it can be something that's quite positive. It can make you realise what you're missing, but why are you missing it? It's because it was good. Good things came from those times, and you can utilise that. And you can create something based on that. Go and sit in the car and talk about what you got up to when you were younger. Write poetry about it, write music about it. Create. Look back at it. Don't be scared of your history. Embrace it. And the lessons that you've learned through doing stupid things, share them with people. And if nothing else, listen to Howard Jones' Pearl in the Shell while looking at pictures of your daughter when she was unable to walk. And whenever you saw it, her eyes lit up and she put her arms out to get picked up. Nothing wrong with being nostalgic about that, is there? If there is, what kind of world would we be living in? Eh? Don't dwell on the past. Just enjoy it. The future is still to come. I hope. Anyway, sorry about this. Being a rambling imbecile. I need to go home, have something to eat and watch the boxing. As one does. See you later.